From the PEP Radio Newsroom, this is part two of yesterday's story about the restoration of the Press 3 option for the 988 suicide prevention hotline. Here now is more from the advocate. The shutdown took effect July 17, 2025, ending the Press 3 option and other pathways that connected LGBTQ plus young people directly with counselors trained to address the unique challenges LGBTQ plus youth often face during a mental health crisis. The specialized services launched nationally in 2022 after Congress authorized LGBTQ plus youth support within the 988 system. The Trevor Project, the nation's largest suicide prevention organization, focused on LGBTQ plus youth, piloted the program and says it handled more than half of all contacts routed through the specialized services while they were operational. According to the Trevor Project, the services helped more than 1.5 million LGBTQ plus young people before they were shut down. The closure drew sharp criticism from mental health experts, LGBTQ plus advocacy organizations, and lawmakers, who argued that specialized crisis intervention can be life-saving for a population that faces disproportionately high rates of depression, suicidal ideation, and suicide attempts. The Trevor Project welcomed the possibility that the services could return, but expressed concern about the administration's insistence that any restoration comply with Trump's executive order. We are grateful to see preliminary indication of that the 988 Lifeline's LGBTQ plus youth specialized services may be reinstated after the program was abruptly shuttered last July, James Black, CEO of the Trevor Project, said in a statement. However, we remain skeptical as the administration has now plainly said the Lifeline must ensure compliance with President Trump's January 2025 anti-transgender executive order. Black argued that the administration's treatment of transgender people is fundamentally at odds with the mission of the specialized services. The point of the 988 Lifeline specialized services is to provide tailored support to groups placed at high risk for suicide in this country, including veterans and LGBTQ plus young people. The administration's executive order rejects these youth entirely. They cannot be supported if they are not included, they said. Black noted that transgender youth face some of the highest rates of suicide risk in the United States. According to recent Trevor Project data, 36% of LGBTQ plus young people and 40% of transgender and non-binary young people seriously considered suicide in the past year, and approximately 11% reported attempting suicide. While the June 9th letter did not provide a timeline for restoring the services, HHS now says the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration is working with a vibrant emotional health team, which administers the National 988 network, to reactivate Press 3 operations by the end of 2026. The administration has not yet explained how those services would operate under Executive 14168, or whether transgender youth would be fully included with any restored program. If you or someone you know needs mental health resources and support, please call, text, or chat the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, or visit 988lifeline.org, 988lifeline.org, for 24/7 access to free and confidential services. Trans Lifeline, designed for transgender or gender nonconforming people, can be reached at 877-565-8860, and the Lifeline also provides resources to help other crises, such as domestic violence. The Trevor Project Lifeline for LGBTQ plus youth, ages 24 and younger, can be reached at 866-488-7386. You can find this information on the Pennsylvania Equality Project's website, paequality.com. That's a news blast for this hour. PEP Radio is available on the Live 365 app, the PEP Radio page at paequality.com, Roku, Alexa, and wherever you find streaming radio. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.